Hey everyone, it's CC and OMG. Have you ever had those heart eye emoji moments when you see your crush? You know, the ones where you get those butterflies in your stomach and you just can't help but smile? It's like the whole world disappears and it's just you and them, right? You start daydreaming about them liking you back, and suddenly, BAM! You're planning your wedding. Okay, maybe not that fast, but you get the idea. But hold up for a sec. It's super important to remember that not every crush deserves a spot in your heart, let alone your life. Sometimes those butterflies are actually warning signs. It's like your gut is trying to tell you something's off. When we have feelings for someone, it's so easy to put on those rose-colored glasses and only see the good stuff. But girl, we gotta be real with ourselves. Sometimes those crushes are straight up toxic and they can seriously mess with our hearts and minds. So, to save you from some major heartache down the road, I'm spilling the tea on 7 types of crushes you should definitely avoid. Okay, so picture this. You're vibing with your crush, texting back and forth, maybe even sneaking in a few flirty emojis. Everything seems to be going great. And then, they disappear, like vanish into thin air. You're left staring at your phone, wondering if you imagined the whole thing. Girl, I'm talking about the missing crush. You know the type. They pop up every now and then, sprinkle a little attention your way, and then disappear faster than your snacks when you're binge watching your favorite show. They might leave you on read, dodge your calls, or come up with some elaborate excuse for why they can't hang out. It's like they're playing a game of hide and seek, but you're the only one looking. Now there could be a bunch of reasons why they're acting this way. Maybe they're just not that into you, ouch I know, or maybe they're afraid of commitment and run away when things start to get real. Whatever the reason, it's not cool to be left hanging. Listen up, Buttercup. You deserve someone who's going to be upfront and honest with you about their feelings. Someone who's not going to play games with your heart and leave you feeling confused and insecure. So if your crush is pulling a disappearing act, it's time to close that chapter and move on to someone who actually wants to be around. Okay, let's talk about the brag. This is the crush who loves to flaunt your feelings for them like it's some kind of prize. They might casually mention it to their friends while you're within earshot, or maybe they'll even make a big show of it on social media. It's like they get off on the attention and the validation that comes with knowing you're crushing on them. The thing is, they might not actually reciprocate your feelings. They might just enjoy the ego boost that comes with having someone pining after them. And let's be real, it's not really about you, it's about them and their inflated ego. This type of crush is all about playing games and keeping you on the hook, even if they have zero intention of ever taking things further. They're basically stringing you along, and that's not fair to you or your feelings. It's emotionally immature and can lead to a whole lot of unnecessary drama and heartache. Trust me, the last thing you need is a crush who's more interested in bragging about your feelings than actually reciprocating them. You deserve someone who's genuine, who respects your feelings, and who's not going to use you for their own selfish gain. Alright, let's talk about the Humiliator. This is the crush who thinks it's funny to put others down, even if it means making them feel small or embarrassed. They might make snide comments, crack inappropriate jokes at your expense, or even tell embarrassing stories about you in front of other people. And the worst part? They often don't even realize or care that they're being hurtful. They might brush it off as just a joke or tell you to lighten up. But here's the thing. Real humor is about making people laugh, not making them feel bad about themselves. If your crush is constantly putting you down, making you feel uncomfortable, or crossing your boundaries, it's a major red flag. This kind of behavior is not okay, and it's definitely not something you want to tolerate in a relationship. Remember, you deserve to be with someone who treats you with respect and kindness, someone who makes you feel good about yourself, not someone who makes you feel small or insignificant. So, if your crush is a humiliator, it's time to kick them to the curb and find someone who appreciates you for the amazing person you are. Chapter 4, The Bully. Okay, so we've all heard the saying, nice guys finish last, right? But let me tell you something. It's totally okay to be attracted to someone who's a little bit edgy or mysterious. But there's a big difference between being a little bit of a bad boy or bad girl and being a straight-up bully. The bully crush is the one who's rude to waiters, disrespects your friends, or talks down to people they think are beneath them. They might be charming and charismatic when they're around you, but their true colors come out when they're dealing with others. And trust me, that's not a side you want to see. If your crush is constantly putting others down or making them feel uncomfortable, it's a huge red flag. It shows a lack of empathy and respect for others, and it's a pretty good indication of how they might treat you down the line. Remember, kindness is always in style. You deserve to be with someone who treats everyone with respect, regardless of their social status or how they look. So if your crush is a bully, it's time to ditch them and find someone who has a heart of gold. Chapter 5. The Cheater. Alright, let's talk about the cheater. This is the crush who has a history of infidelity. Maybe they've cheated on their exes, or maybe they've been caught flirting with other people while they were in a relationship. Whatever the case may be, they have a pattern of being unfaithful, and that's a major red flag. Now I know what you're thinking. People can change, right? And yeah, that's true, people can definitely change. But the fact is, cheating is a choice, and it's a choice that someone makes over and over again. It's not just a mistake, it's a pattern of behavior. If your crush has a history of cheating, it's important to proceed with caution. Talk to them about it openly and honestly. Ask them why they cheated in the past and what they've done to work on themselves and ensure that they won't do it again. But most importantly, trust your gut. If something feels off, or if you have any doubts about their ability to be faithful, it's okay to walk away. You deserve someone who's going to be loyal and committed to you. Someone who wouldn't even think about risking your relationship for a moment of pleasure. Chapter 6. The Freeloader. Okay, let's be real for a sec. We all love a generous queen, or king, right? But there's a difference between being generous and being taken advantage of. And that's where the freeloader comes in. This is the crush who's always asking for favors, borrowing money or expecting you to foot the bill. They might be super charming and complimentary, but at the end of the day, they're always looking for a handout. Now, it's one thing to help out a friend in need, but it's another thing entirely to be in a one-sided relationship where you're constantly giving, and they're constantly taking. That's not a healthy dynamic, and it's definitely not something you want in a romantic relationship. If you're crushing on a freeloader, it's important to set boundaries early on. Let them know that you're not their personal ATM, and that you expect them to pull their own weight in the relationship. Remember, a true partnership is about give and take. You deserve someone who's going to contribute equally to the relationship, both emotionally and financially. So, if your crush is a freeloader, it's time to cut them loose and find someone who values you for who you are, not for what you can do for them. Chapter 7. The Isolator. Okay, this last one is super important, so listen up. The Isolator is the crush who tries to control your life and isolate you from your friends and family. They might get jealous when you spend time with other people, try to turn you against your loved ones, or even try to monitor your phone and social media. This type of controlling behavior is a major red flag, and it's often a sign of an abusive relationship. The Isolator wants to be the center of your universe, and they'll do whatever it takes to make that happen, even if it means cutting you off from the people who care about you most. If your crush is exhibiting any of these behaviors, it's important to take a step back and reassess the situation. Talk to a trusted friend, family member, or therapist about what's going on. They can help you see the situation more clearly and provide support. Remember, you deserve to be in a relationship where you feel safe, respected, and loved. You should never have to choose between your partner and your loved ones. So if your crush is an isolator, it's time to get out of that relationship and find someone who loves and respects you for who you are. Outro, you deserve better. So there you have it. 7 types of toxic crushes to avoid. I know it can be tough to walk away from someone you have feelings for, but trust me, it's better to be single than to be in a relationship that's dragging you down. Remember, you deserve to be with someone who treats you with respect, kindness, and love. Someone who makes you feel good about yourself and supports your dreams. Don't settle for anything less. Have you ever had a crush on any of these types of people? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more dating and relationship advice.